Welcome back everyone, I'm Plays Games, this is Diablo 2 and I have now completed the farming runs of the Paladin on Nightmare difficulty. I have done 144 dungeons, the same ones we always do. The Countess, Andariel, Duriel, Lower Kurast, Travancore, Mephisto, Pindleskin and then the secret cow level. This time around we got 55 set items and 56 uniques, so I'm going to go through these as quick as I can, and there's a bit of a story to tell as well. First thing we got was Alder's Rhythm, a mace, part of the Alder's Watchtower set. That is what it does. Next up we got the Skewer of Cronint, who we've already seen on our Barbarian. He used that for a little while. And yes, you will notice on the shared stash tab, where we had the Milibrega's gear, it's now no longer there. Does this mean I finally completed the set and donated it to another character, or indeed put it on myself? Well no, because as you see on the right hand side of the screen, I'm not wearing it. What happened was, the second time I went to this cow level, I died, and I was spawn camped. There were two boss mobs. One had Conviction, one had Thorns, so that's like instant death. They were absolutely camping the portal that leads in. So what I should have done was immediately save and quit the game, because then your body reappears next time you log in, but I did not. I grabbed all the Milibrega's gear we had. I grabbed the unique gloves, Hellmouth. I grabbed the blade buckle belt. I grabbed the peasant crown hat and the tear haunch boots in an attempt to try and get out of the blockade, draw them away from my own body and then go and rescue my own body. But that didn't work because I was instantly killed again. So this time I did quit. And the way that this works, because we now had 2 dead bodies in, well, we had more than 2, let me tell you that. We had about 14 dead bodies. What happens is that the body with the highest value gear is the one that spawns back in town, and that was our one with all of our good adventuring gear. And the spare body I had with all the Milibrega's gear and the 4 unique pieces of armour was simply deleted from the game, gone forever. So that is why this is empty, because all the gear that was in here is now missing. It's gone forever. So that was a bit of a setback. But we pushed on and we got Berserker's headgear. And we got Lazurk to add some sockets to this protector shield. Bang, he got the perfect 4 sockets, and as you see, there are the sockets for another spirit. So this was just a direct upgrade. Instead of having defense 50, we've now got defense 146. Other than that, it's exactly the same as our current spirit shield. And then we went gambling with rings with all of our extra money and didn't get anything good. And then we got Venom War breastplate. We've seen this before, we know what that does. And then we got Dwarf Star Ring, which we had not had before. Plus 40 to life, plus 40 to maximum stamina, heal stamina, fire absorb, magic damage reduced by 13, and 100% extra gold for monsters. A real mixed bag of completely random stuff. It's not around any one theme. It's really weird. And then we got our first skill charm. When you get to a high enough level, Grand Charms have a chance to spawn as a skill charm, like this one, +1 to defensive auras. And then we found this other ring. You know that one of the rings we've been using for our build, which we need, is fire resist. Well, this one had fire resist and replenish life, so that was good. And then we got another cool ones point, which is that sword, which isn't really good, but it does add 1 to all skills, so by the time you reach level 29, you've probably got stuff that's better than that, but it only takes up a 1x3, so just put that in the shared stash so any other character can use it. And then I found this Superior Giant Conch, which is the exceptional version of a full helm. And that has defense... No, it's not. It's the elite version, so this is the helm version of a giant helm. And it has defense 167, and unfortunately it required strength 142, and we were still quite some way away from having that. We needed a couple of level ups to get that, but it did have 2 sockets, which was lovely, so we can do an Art Sol and get an even better lore helmet. And then we found this unique staff, which is definitely all about the sorceress skills. Plus 20 all res, plus 5 mana after each kill, 50% magic find, plus, well, the bad thing is a 25% chance to cast level 1 teleport when you're struck. So that will mean it will be teleporting you randomly around the screen every time you get hit, and that's not really a good thing. So if that did not have that, it would be really good. I mean, +3 all skills, all res +20 mana, magic find, but of course the teleport ruined it. Then we got Dusk Deep again. We've seen this helmet before. And Death's Touch, we've seen that before. Mage Fist again, which is +1 fire skills, so that was good. And then Ichor Sting again, that poison damage crossbow. Then the Face of Horror again, the one that causes monsters to run away and adds 10 to all res. Then the Undead Crown again, we've seen this before, we gave it to our Necromancer. And then this Amulet, all res 10, +10 to all attributes. Pretty nice, 10% bonus to attack rating, not +10 to attack rating, 10% bonus, so that's really quite good. Then the Berserker's Axe again, Millibrega's Orb, that's good. We started reclaiming our lost Millibrega's gear that I lost because I'm an idiot. And then we got Vidala's Fedlock yet again. Then Millibrega's Robe, the armour, excellent. That's 2 of the 3 parts that we lost back, so that was good. Venom Ward again. Vidala's Snare again. Arctic Binding. We've seen Vidala's and Arctic. They're both on a bow Amazon that I made. Cathan's Seal. We've got the full Cathan's set on a Sorceress already, so we didn't need that. Shadowfang again. We saw that with the Barbarian. Eisenheart's Horns. Another Barbarian. Another sword we saw in the Barbarian. Blade Bone Double Axe. Then quite a nice ring, which was fire resist and cold resist, so that was pretty nice. And strength, dex and attack rating as well, so I held on to that. Then we got Cathan's Mask, Soulflay Claymore, Vidala's Snare, and another fire resist ring. Yeah, I've been kind of collecting all the yellow fire resist rings we found. This one is particularly good because it's an extra 5% lifesteal per hit, and a whopping +12 to strength and +13 to dex. So that is really nice. And we found this bow that we had not found before, called Pluck Eye. 100% enhanced damage, it's only required level 7. I mean, 2 to 8 isn't very much damage at all, but 3% mana steal per hit lets you use abilities, because when you're level 7, you've just passed the level 6 barrier for unlocking good skills, and you probably won't have enough mana to use these skills all the time, but with this you probably will, because +2 mana after each kill. So that's pretty nice, and it steals 3% mana per hit, so not bad. Arctic Mitt once again. Eisenheart's Case, because you find that all the time. Sigyn's Wrap, part of Sigyn's Complete Steel, who we've also found in a previous character. Vidala's Bow, Angelic Mantle, another Koku Shukaku, which is an excellent bow. Steel Skull Cask, which was actually really good because it has 34% magic find, so we put that on to increase the chances of us finding even more stuff, and 5% life and mana steal per hit, so that was really good. Millibrega's Diadem. Now this was a kick in the teeth, because as you know, we had the robe, the rod and the orb before, and the only piece we were missing was the helmet, and I've now found the helmet, but I don't have the hammer anymore. So we've gone back to having 3 out of the 4 parts of Millibrega's Regalia, and that's a bit of a pain. Then we found these set boots. We've seen the full set before. Another Soulflay, another Woe Stave, blinds target, freezes target, slows target, -50 to monster defense per hit, 50% chance of doing bleed damage. Nice weapon that. And then we found this Shaft Stop Mesh Armour. Mesh Armour is the exceptional or nightmare level armour, and this particular one has 184% extra defense, an extra 250 defense against missiles, adds 60 to your life, and all physical damage you take is reduced by 30%, so that's a really nice set of armour. And then, just to add insult to even more insult, we found Millibrega's Crown again, and Naji's Circlet, even though as you see we have it right there on the left hand side, and the Infernal Sign, which you already have as well. And we found this new polearm that we had never found, Pierre Tombale Couant. +3 to all barbarian skill levels, 30% faster hit recovery, 170 enhanced damage, that's why it's a whopping 103 to 222 damage. Remember, this is base without the barbarian skill, so it'll probably be like 400 damage or something. Adds 12 to 20 damage, plus 124 to attack rating, steals 6% mana per hit, and a 55% chance of doing deadly strike, which is double damage. So that is a particularly nasty polearm. Speaking of polearms, here's another one, Steel Woad. This one makes monsters run away all the time and adds 5 all res. 30% chance of doing double damage. Yeah, not bad for level 14. Another Arctic binding there, and more Sigyn's armour, more Cathans, more Sigyn's, another Tancred's Crowbell. Never did find the Tancred's weird. Another Ithara's Coil, so that was good. And that gave us the full Ithara's Finery set. Now this set is very, very interesting. It consists of a helmet, an amulet, gloves and a belt, and that's it. It's just these 4 parts, which means your body armour, boots, weapon, shield and both rings are free for anything else. And as we'll see, this set gives you an awful lot of resistances. See, the full set bonus is all resistances plus 20. And the amulet gives you another 15, so that's plus 35. And the amulet gives you poison resist 30. The crown gives you lightning resist 30 and fire resist 30. And the gauntlets give you cold resist 30. So that's all 4 of the resistances plus 30. Plus another 20 from the set, so that's 50. Plus another 15 from the amulet, so that's 65. Plus 65 to all res. And as we see, plus 10 to your maximum poison, cold, lightning and fire. So all you need is plus 20 res from any other source, and you can have 85 to all res. That is absolutely insane. And it's 20% faster run walk, plus 50 defense, plus 15 to dexterity, 24% chance of doing piercing attack. So it's a really nice set. Like, even in hell, I mean, plus 65 to all res is absolutely sick. And the crown gets extra defense based on character level as well. So that's why that's 176 defense. That makes up for everything else having hardly any defense. There's the cuffs. 20% increased attack speed on the gloves. So not only are you faster to run walk, you got faster attack speed as well, and a piercing attack. Here's the heavy belt. That has plus 25 to defense, not per character level, just a straight plus 25. Plus 5 to minimum damage, so that's nice, and plus 10 to dexterity, so you're even more accurate. Because as we see, the full set gives you plus 15 to dexterity, so that's really plus 25. Iratha's set is really, really good, so I put that in the shared stash, so any character who's having particular trouble can use it, because it doesn't take up much room. It's only a 2-slot belt, 4-slot gloves, 4-slot helmet, 1-slot amulet. Really nice set, that. I like that a lot. Considering you unlock it in level 15, and I think the maximum strength you need is 45. 55 for the crown. That is a really, really strong set. I like that one a lot. And that is what it looks like when we put it on our character. Fire res 95, lightning 85, cold 85, poison 85. And if we were to go on hell mode, that's the difficulty penalty of a nightmare is minus 40. Hell is minus 100. So if you were to go to hell mode with this gear on, this isn't even all of our combat gear. This is mainly the magic thing gear. The bonus is 147. So we would still have 47 fire. We would still have 25 lightning. We'd still have 38 cold, and we'd still have 46 poison. And then we can boost that with lots of other all-res gear as well. So it's a really, really strong set. And then we went back to finding not so strong sets. Well, not for this character anyway. Another Cathan's Ring. Another Death Spade Axe, which is waiting patiently on an Axe Barbarian character. Another Cathan's. More Arctic stuff. Another War Scythe. We've seen this before. 100% chance to do double damage. So it really gets 66 to 86 damage, because it's 100% chance of doing deadly strike per hit. Steals 5% mana, prevents monster heal. Really good weapon. And Eisenhart's Lightbrand. Gorefoot, we've seen this before. We gave it to our Barbarian, the Berserker's Hatchet once again. And we found another new piece of armour we hadn't found before. Rock Fleece. 116% enhanced defense, plus 5 to strength, damage reduced by 5, physical damage taken reduced by 10, and requirements minus 10. So, I mean, by the time you reach level 28, it's probably obsolete already. It's nowhere near as good as the other one, the mesh armour we found, that reduced all physical damage by like 30%. But yeah, it's kind of alright, I suppose. And then we found our old friend Killimeals. Oh, we know all about this. We used this on this character. We found the Angelic Sickle, and then another hatchet, which is really all about the cold. Very fast attack speed, 10% chance to do level 10 Ice Blast on striking, 10% chance to cast level 5 Frost Nova when we get hit. 173% enhanced damage, so 27 to 57, plus 40 cold damage, plus 15 to maximum cold resist, and cold resist plus 15, so that's quite nice. Eisenhart's Parry, once again. Nagel Ring, we've seen this before, and it's the Magic Fine Ring. Dimwalk's Bardiche. Fast attack speed, I mean, polearms are usually slow on normal, so for that to be fast is pretty good. Does double damage. Reduces your defense by 8, so that's not great. Adds 5 to dexterity, so it makes you into a glass cannon. You're accurate and you hit hard, but it reduces your defense. I mean, minus 8 is like nothing. Then we found Claglaw's Shield. Razor Tail Belt, 33% chance of doing a piercing attack, 139% enhanced defense, plus 15 defense, plus 15 to dex, and attacker takes damage of 71 based on character level. Big damage reflect belt right there. Then we found this bow we hadn't found before. Fires magic arrows, so that's good. So it does magic damage instead of physical, and hardly anything has resistances to magic. 80% enhanced damage, plus 77 to attack rating, minus 34 to enemy cold resistance, adds 26 to our cold resistance, but it doesn't do cold damage, it does magic damage. So I'm not sure why it's reducing enemy cold resistance when it does magic damage, but you know, there you go. Plus 15 to energy, which is mana, and another plus 30 to mana on top of that. And we found this little Blood Crescent Scimitar we've used in the Barbarian. Then Blade Buckle. I believe this is another one of the things we lost when we died, so we've retained that, so that's good. You've got that back as well. And Stormguild, we've seen this before. That's the Lightning Shield. And this sword we have not seen before. Now, this is a very interesting sword. The damage is pretty good, 26 to 70. It is required level 37. Very fast attack speed, so that's great. That's why it's 30% increased attack speed, 100% enhanced damage. Adds 50 to 120 magic damage on top of that. Magic damage incoming is reduced by 12, and it repairs itself. So the magic damage and very fast attack speed is really rather nice on that. Then we found this Death Mask. Prevents monster heals, slows your targets by 20%. Has 265 defense. Adds 15 to lightning resist. Absorbs the first 20 points of lightning damage you take. And anyone attacking you takes lightning damage of 25. Pair that up with the damage reflect belt and the big spiky damage reflect shield, and anything that hits you will probably die. And more Cathans, another Ginther's Rift sword, another Berserker's Hatchet, another Tando Liga. We use this on this character. And we found Venom Grip Demonhide Gloves. Adds 60 poison damage over 4 seconds, steals 5% life per hit, 5% chance of Crushing Blow. Crushing Blow is the one that removes 25% of the enemy's remaining hit points. Plus 5 to maximum poison resist, and poison resist plus 30. So that's all about the poison. Then Claglaw's again. Found this new plate mail we hadn't found before. 35 to attack rating, not 35%, just 35. Steals 5% life per hit, 25% chance of open wounds, that's bleed damage for 8 seconds. And when they're bleeding, they cannot heal themselves, so it's kind of a limited prevent monster heal as well. So that's quite nice. Then we found Tear Haunch, so we got these back as well, because we lost them when I died. So we've got back half of the Melibriga's set, Blade Buckle, and Tear Haunch, so that's good. These are the boots that add plus 10 to your resists, along with lots of other stuff. Swordback Hold. This is one of the damage reflect shields, not the big one, just like the medium one. Again, it's only required level 15. decent chance to block, 50% chance of doing open wounds, that's bleed damage for 8 seconds, and anyone attacking you takes damage of 10. Then we found Eisenhart's Horns, because of course. Then a third or fourth on this character, I think, Keenan Mills All. Then another Huanin's Justice. This is a bill, part of Huanin's Majesty. We've only got the Justice and the Blessing, which I think is a belt, as well as this bill. It's not bad for level 28. It is indestructible. It adds lightning damage. 10% chance to cast level 3 Ice Blast. Not great, not terrible. Then we found the Peasant Crown. Hurrah! This is another thing we lost when we died, and we have now reclaimed. 15% faster run walk, replenish life +8, +1 to all skills, and 22 vitality and energy. So it's just an all-round excellent hat. I'm glad I got it back. Sigurd's Greaves once again. Soul Harvest Scythe. We found that before. It's waiting patiently on a polearm barbarian. And then I finally gave in and had to, not because I wanted to, just because I had to, install a couple of mods. One of them was to increase the size of the shared of the personal stash and shared stashes. As you see, on the right hand side, our personal inventory has not been modified, and the heraldic cube is almost the same size as it always has been, just a 3x4. But the shared stash is now absolutely huge. Personal stash is huge, and we have 7 shared stashes. I had to do this simply because I had completely run out of room to store all the stuff we'd been finding. And that is the only mods I have. Nothing else has been changed. And we found another Sigurd's Visor. Another Tancred's Crowbill. Still looking for the weird. Never did find it. Another Eisenhart's Case. This Warhammer we had not found before. 121% enhanced damage. So 41 to 64 damage. Not bad. Adds 1 to 10 lightning. +10 to strength. So that is more damage because more strength is more damage. And because it's a hammer, it does an extra 50% to undead. Now this is kind of our mace character, but I might throw that on a barbarian or something, I don't know. Another Nozakan relic amulet is the fire resist amulet. More Cathan stuff, more Arctic binding. Another Berserker's hatchet, more Sigurd's gloves. The Chieftain battle axe we've seen before, I've stuck that on an axe barbarian. Eisenhart's Case again, Angelic Halo again, Hell Plague longsword, we used that on a barbarian. We saw that, it's really good. It does fire and poison and steals life and mana and adds 2 to fire skills. Really nice sword. Then more Sigurd's armour. And then the last thing I did, I had found some white mage plate a long time ago, and I was planning to do 3 sockets on it, and that is what this is attempting to do with a Talathol and a perfect topaz. Stick it in the cube. As you see, the cube is the same size. That was not affected by the stash size mod. And we did indeed get 3 sockets. And I looked high and low, looked through all the runes we had. The only rune word I think we had the runes to do wasn't really worth it. I believe it was called Hustle. Hustle is 50% faster run walk, 20% increased attack speed, 20% faster hit recovery, +10 to dexterity, and 50% slower stamina drain. I mean, it's pretty nice. I'd say maybe for a... I mean, it is required level 39, so I'm not sure why I would use that. It's mainly just for running around and being a little bit more accurate. But I decided against that. We never did find the ghoul rune that we needed for the +2 to all paladin skills armor. I knew we wouldn't find it because it's really you can't really find it in Nightmare. It only drops in Hell, and we didn't find anywhere near enough runes to upgrade to a ghoul. So that was it. That was everything we found. So that was a lot of stuff. That was 111 items done as quick as I could. And considering we did 144 dungeons, that equals to 77% success rate. So 3/4 of the dungeons actually gave us either a set item or a unique. More often than not, the same dungeon would drop 2 or 3 and then I get nothing for a while. And of course we had lots of yellow rares, runes, rings, gems, amulets, all that kind of stuff as well. So that brings our Paladin and Nightmare run to a close. Hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you again for the next video, whenever it is we do. Until then, do look after yourself, and I'll talk to you again soon.